The United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development aims to end poverty, hunger, and inequality while promoting economic growth and reducing environmental threats. World leaders have set 17 goals to create a better world by 2030. Today, we'll look at how far we've come on this journey and what we need to do to accelerate progress. According to the UN's 2025 Sustainable Development Goals report, progress has been made but not fast enough to meet the 2030 targets. For example, 1 in 12 people still faces hunger, many lack access to safe drinking water and sanitation, and persistent inequalities hold back human potential. Women spend much more time on unpaid care work, and persons with disabilities continue to be underserved. The situation has been worsened by conflicts like the war in Ukraine and economic shocks such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Climate change is also accelerating, with record-breaking temperatures, and many countries are struggling with debt and a $4 trillion annual financing gap that limits development efforts. To make significant change, we need focused action on 6 major transitions: food systems, energy access, digital transformation, education, jobs and social protection, and climate and biodiversity action. These shifts are essential to redefining how we run our economies and societies in harmony with the planet. Unfortunately, as shown in the diagram, only 18% of the SDGs are currently on track or have been met, which shows we still have a lot of work ahead. Looking at the progress across the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, it's clear that not all goals are on track to meet their targets. Specifically, goals like no poverty, gender equality, clean water, and sanitation, and peace, justice, and strong institutions are falling behind, showing no green bars that indicate success on the charts. When we examine reports from major global companies such as Coca-Cola, Dell Technologies, Nestlé, Siemens, Total Energies, Walmart, and Unilever, we see that while they cover sustainability and environmental, social, and governance issues, they do not explicitly report on their alignment with the UN's SDGs or track their contributions toward these targets. Overall, the United Nations 2030 Agenda is significantly behind schedule, and this highlights the urgent need for increased efforts to accelerate progress and ensure these critical goals are met. To speed up progress on the Sustainable Development Goals worldwide, coordinated action is essential, especially from governments through policy changes, financial support, and governance frameworks, working closely with corporations, central banks, lenders, and investors. Governments should not only track and plan their progress against all 17 SDGs but also offer greater corporate tax incentives to companies that actively contribute to these goals. Corporates must align their environmental, social, and governance (ESG) reporting with the SDGs and integrate these goals into their investment decisions. Central banks should lower interest rates for lenders that finance projects meeting SDG criteria, while lenders need to offer better funding terms to encourage sustainable borrowing. Investors too should be ready to accept slightly lower returns to support SDG-aligned investments. While administration of these efforts will incur costs, these should be outweighed by the benefits, including potentially more jobs created through increased management and oversight of SDG-related activities. Meeting the ambitious targets will be challenging, but leveraging the best global efforts as soon as possible is crucial for success.